So today the teaser trailer for the 24th James Bond film, Spectre, was released, and it is an absolutely fantastic trailer with just enough information to get me excited, but also it doesn't give away everything in the film, which is kind of a trend I'm really not a fan of. I don't want to know everything in the film. I just want to know enough to get me excited, and then not watch another trailer, because I know I should know by the teaser trailer, what I want to see and what I don't want to see. And Spectre definitely makes me want to see it. Although I was probably sold before the teaser trailer, but it definitely gives us a good attitude and a kind of what to expect in Spectre, and that is very much what Skyfall had to offer, which is a dreary, realistic, dark tone. So if you're not really a fan of those Bond films, then and you kind of like the campiness of Bond, well then I don't think the Spectre is going to be for you, because this is a different Bond, and that's been established in Casino Royale, in Quantum of Solace, and in Skyfall. So I don't think Spectre is going to be changing anyone's mind in terms of if they like Daniel Craig as Bond or not, if they hadn't previously. But I definitely enjoy him as the character. I definitely think it adds a lot more depth than previously before. I don't know if he's the best, but I definitely think he's very worthy of being brought up in the conversations of the best James Bond. Spectre looks very character-driven. This trailer was very slow and had some very interesting dialogue that definitely raises questions about some things that we've seen in the new Bond universe of Craig. And the first thing that comes to mind is Quantum. This film's called Spectre, and most James Bond films fans would know what Spectre means. And James Bond films would also know that these Daniel Craig movies have mostly been centered around another sinister organization known as Quantum. So, if we're now getting a film about Spectre and Quantum appears to be a different thing, then what's happened to the leader of Quantum, Mr. White? He appears in this trailer, and he definitely looks like a decrepit old man now. Has he been hunted by something? Has he been rejected by Spectre? Was Quantum just a ruse? Was it just a cover name? I want to know this, but I'm so glad it wasn't given away in the trailer. You know what? I have a theory that I don't think it's going to be too popular, but I have a slight feeling that we're not going to get Christoph Waltz as Blofeld, as strongly hinted in this trailer. So this trailer definitely might throw out my theory, but I'm still not 100% convinced. I just think it'd be too obvious. And having Mr. White in the same trailer that Blofeld is teased, something goes off in my head that makes me feel, I have a feeling Mr. White is serious then. I don't think he's just going to be a minor character. It didn't look like that in Quantum of Solace or Casino Royale, and I definitely don't think he's going to go away now that Spectre has come into the limelight. I have a feeling he may even end up being Blofeld, and this Franz Oberhauser character may even be a trick, a kind of ruse. Although I do think Franz Oberhauser will be the villain, as in terms of the first half of the film. And what a great actor to get to play Franz Oberhauser, Christoph Waltz, in that kind of one shot we got of him. He just looks incredible, and we didn't even see his face. You can just hear his voice, and it looks very, very just threatening. And he looks like a great villain. I don't know how memorable he's going to be if he turns out to be Blofeld, and I've said I don't really want that, but I'm sure a lot of people do. And also this trailer hints at a previous connection to James Bond and Franz Oberhauser, who, again, I've said is possibly the villain, but could also be a trick or a ruse. But either way, Bond and Oberhauser may have a previous connection. Are they brothers? This trailer kind of hints at that. It also hints that maybe the Oberhauser family took Bond in after his parents died. Does the Oberhauser family have something to do with the death of James Bond's parents? I don't know. We'll probably find out in this film, because I think if you wait too long to reveal that, it's going to get just very tedious, and this is a plotline that's going to last a few Bond films. I don't think Spectre is going to be one and done, but I have a feeling Oberhauser could be, if he doesn't end up being Blofeld, which this trailer strongly hints he will be. But this was just a fantastic trailer that raises questions and feels very classic Bond, but again, also very modern, which is what these new Bond films starring Daniel Craig have done really well. So let me know what you thought of the trailer down below. Are you a fan of the new Bond films, or do you kind of wish they would go back to the more classic Bond, I guess, in a sense, in terms of weaponry and stuff like that? With the introduction of Q, I'm sure we'll see a couple weapons that could be fun, but I definitely don't think it's going to be very over the top. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the trailer and this review, and